Okay, welcome back to part 4 of the Way of the Samurai playthrough. Now after all that happens, we're going to go to the Akadama mansion. So just a little load gap here, and now we're at the mansion. Strange little thing here is, notice the guys fighting on the side? Those guys actually aren't enemies. I can't fight them, I can't kill them. I tried that at time, and they don't lose energy, and they just keep attacking each other. So yeah, they're actually not characters. They're just more or less scene pieces. Now, of course, he's quite happy that we're here, so he's gonna, begin the battle with the Koru family. And you have to tell him that that's exactly what you wanted to do. Because, you were thinking, hey, let's go and attack the Koru family. So we're gonna follow him, and one thing I'd like to mention is, this game was actually developed by Acquire, which is a Japanese company, and as I said, it was in Japan it was called just Samurai. It was translated and brought to America by a company known as BAM Entertainment. Just a little interesting fact here. And here's where all the important stuff unravels, as I was mentioning earlier. We're going to find out why this guy is so interested in the war. So now, we got to very carefully follow him. And of course, the important thing here is not to make any noise, which, honestly, I'm not sure how you would make any noise here. I'm guessing maybe there's something you could step on that'd make noise, but I don't know. That's a government soldier right there, as I was mentioning. The government's our big enemy here. And he's being manipulative, so he's definitely evil. And if you haven't guessed it already, he's working for the government. And of course he catches us, and now it's time for our big showdown. No matter what I've actually done in this game, you always end up fighting this guy at one point, and the ending is pretty much the same, which you'll see in a little while, of what he actually ends up doing. But now it's time for me and my friend here to fight. You'll usually have a friend when you're fighting this guy with ninjas. Notice the ninjas in the front there. So you have to fight either the guy or the ninjas. Ninjas aren't too bad. They have a lot of jumpy attacks and a lot of quick attacks, which actually you can get their sword, just like about any sword in this game, which is called the ninja sword, and you could fight just like them. The only customization option I wouldn't mind having in this game that wasn't actually present in this game was being able to change clothing to match your fighting style. That would have been a cool little addition to this game. That's one thing I really hate in this game, is when, you'll notice there's a move that I just learned. As I was mentioning earlier, when you do various button combinations, you'll more or less seem to randomly learn new moves with your weapons. And if you didn't figure this out already from the other 3 parts of this video, the character's name who's on the very right there and is kind of highlighted, that's the character you're currently fighting. Blue means it's a boss character. Orange means it's an ally, and green just means it's a regular enemy. That's what you'll see the different colors mean. So now we basically just have to take care of, I think it's Higuya himself. And it seems like depending on your difficulty, it'll just be at one point, no matter how high you are in his life, he'll basically just say that he was beaten. Basically, he was just working with the government to end up making both of the families kill each other. The family and the clan kill each other. And watch what he's about to do. He wants to kill us with him, so he's gonna more or less just blow himself up. See? And he does that in just about every ending I've ever seen. But of course, it's going to be someone else who you're fighting with. Now we need to go back to the mansion and prepare to fight the government, since we found out that they're our only true enemy. Which of course is a bit of a revelation, because nobody in this quote-unquote universe really thought that the government was manipulating everything and pulling all the strings. And actually, interestingly enough, in one of the alternate endings of this game, if you notice the blacksmith who I'd seen earlier, he actually will approach you at one point and tell you that Higoya was the guy who was the puppeteer and trying to get all the people to fight themselves. But you'll notice right there that when I had seen that Akadama clan guy, the guys in the red are the Akadama clan, the guys in the blue, of course, with the white pants are the Koru family. You notice the Akadama clan guy was like, "Hey, yo," because he knew I was in his family. And you notice another Akadama clan guy over there was like, "Yo," because he's like, "Oh, wow, that's one of our family, so one of our clan." Why do I keep saying family? Of course, I'm getting the two confused, but he's like, "Yeah, you're our ally. You're really cool." So yeah, that's why he greets me in such a manner. But normally you'll just have like regular guys go like hi or hello, yo, or stuff like that. Actually, no, they won't say yo. And now here's the part where we're going to explain to the rest of the clan that the government's the enemy. So now, having explained that, this is their reactions. And of course his attack had failed, so that's good. And of course he has recovered from the beating I gave him earlier, so that's good. That's why he was saying I'm in fine health now. And this will be our first battle with the government, which actually in other endings, your first battle with the government will be like in the station, or it could even be somewhere else. And you'll notice in this battle we actually have 3 allies. Any of the Akadama guys here would be your allies, of course. Just gonna get rid of some of these swords. And that's just a plain old dull sword, as I mentioned earlier. They're the worst swords in the game, so unless you're really looking to master your art of the dull sword, there's really no point in it. Oh, there's Naginata. So now we got our Naginata. This is a very fun sword to use. It has a really cool spin attack you'll see me use later in this video, which, as I'd mentioned earlier, I think it's the weirdest thing that when you use a sword, like I've used Naginatas before, but I've lost my Naginatas that I've fully developed, but when I use a different sword that's the same type I've used before, I don't know all the moves from that different sword. And it just seems to be random, because all through me using this Naginata, I'm actually trying to do the spin attack, but it's just not happening. It could just be that you need a certain amount of experience with the sword, and then it'll grant you some of the better moves. And of course, since we know the government's our enemy now, there's going to be a lot of government guys attacking us now, and he's very happy that this is the battlefield. She doesn't like his laughing, but he always laughs like that. And of course now it's time to start to destroy the government army. That's one thing I honestly like in this game. You'll notice that it's kind of like Twilight right now. I like how when you do all your different events, you'll have your normal day-night sequences, which really just make the game feel a bit more dynamic, that actually time is passing. In a way, it kind of reminds me of the Shenmue game on Dreamcast, where it had its morning, day, and night sequences, which I thought was a really cool thing in games. Honestly, I think more role-playing games and even more action games should have type of thing, because it just makes the game feel more real. Well, this has been the part 4 of our Let's Play of Way of the Samurai. And I shall see you again in part 5 of this video, where we will continue further in our government conquest. Later.